Right, welcome back. And to highlight this meeting between the President and the WFP Executive Director, we have with us over the phone Engineer Amany Shennawy, member of an NGO. Good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Mrs.
Yes.
Amany? Mrs. Amany Shennawy, a member of an NGO. Thank you so much for being with us. And
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Good
Right.
evening for everyone.
Welcome, and our pleasure to have you. Today we have witnessed the adoption of the Egyptian WFP 2023-2028 program. Can you further illustrate on the projects and plans between Egypt and this organization?
Egypt is partnering with many international organizations, one of which is the International World Food Program, where we partner in a 5-year plan in order to support Egyptians with all their needs. The meeting with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was attended by Ms. Cindy McCain and Mr. Said al-Sayed, Minister of Agriculture. So I believe that this is going to be an agriculture project of Egypt, a project that feeds Egyptians. And as we see, when it comes to international emergencies like what's happening in Palestine now, Egypt supports beyond our borders, and this program will be able to support people inside Egypt, and if we have any emergencies outside Egypt too, especially for inside Egypt for little kids in school. This is very important.
Right. If I may ask you about Egypt's collaboration with this organization in terms of institutions working with them, as we understand that the WFP would be working with some of the important initiatives of Egypt, including the Takaful and Karama, or the Solidarity and Dignity, and also the Decent Life. What kind of cooperation can be involving the organization and those institutions altogether?
This is a very important point. Here, the head of the executive director of the World Food Bank was stressed on that decent life initiatives and solidarity and dignity initiatives are very important and very successful initiatives. We know that Decent Life Initiative is the presidential initiative of community development that started in the year 2019, and it already developed a lot of rural areas and very poor villages all over Egypt, and we already finished our 3 main steps in the initiative. As Egypt, we finished a lot of villages and a big number of rural areas. So the solidarity and dignity too, the two initiatives actually are very clear from their the names that they are considered with how people live, how people should live in dignity, and how should we have solidarity in between us, social responsibility of everyone, of volunteers. Decent life also goes for having people having their needs, their food, their education, to be treated from diseases.
Yes. This time we're speaking about food security and yes, the ability of Egypt to achieve its satisfaction of food, particularly in light of the supply chain disruption that occurred because of the Ukraine-Russian war. So from your point of view, what kind of collaboration between the organization or the WFP with Decent Life Initiative and Takaful and Karama, or Solidarity and Dignity, within this context?
I'd like to start with the word of the International Organization's director, who said that those two very successful initiatives are recommended to be copied to other countries. So they are very to the point of developing people and giving them their needs. So in case of having the food and talking about the supply chains, we have a very large agriculture areas in Egypt, and also we have potential areas to be cultivated, and we have food factories everywhere. So all this will make a big change for producing food with good prices, and producing food that should be given to school children, because President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi stressed on the school children feeding and school children proper feeding. I believe that we are going to have healthy youth afterwards, and this is their right, the children's right, according to the UN and all the international and national organizations. So the collaboration will be kind of awareness. I believe that it's going to be kind of guiding and supply chain all over Egypt, which we do very well as Egyptian organizations, and partnering with our initiatives that go inside very poor and very needy villages all over Egypt, from north to south.
Right. Engineer Amany, if we speak about the steps taken by the government in order to achieve self-sufficiency for food, and the impact of cultivating new areas that contributed to food security.
Yes. Having our food, as you said, our food, our needs in our country is national security. So we're having new areas that will be cultivated, especially with wheat. We have Sinai, which our plan as Egypt is to cultivate Sinai, Daba, and Toshka. Those three places are going to make our half needs of the wheat that we export now. So we're having new areas to be cultivated to give Egypt its needs. And we have a supply chain management, especially as for storing, which is made in Egypt long ago. It's called the Sawama, the big stores that we have for seeds. So this is an Egyptian storage that always make us have our needs and our strategic needs available for a long time, and now for longer even times available.
Right, Mrs. Amany Shennawy, member of an NGO, we thank you so much for being with us and for your input. Now we'll take a very short break and we'll come back for more discussions.